The St. Louis Blues are playing a lot better than I think anybody expected, especially myself. And I have to tell you, the ways that the Blues have been playing, maybe it's not crazy to talk about the postseason. I'm going to talk about what this means coming up here on Locked On Blues.
You're Locked On Blues, your daily podcast on the St. Louis Blues. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And welcome back to Locked On Blues, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. I am your host, Haley Taylor Simon, here talking to you all things about our St. Louis Blues. On today's episode of Locked On Blues, I'm going to talk to you about the Blues shutting out the Tampa Bay Lightning and why this game was such a big deal. Am I too excited? Is my excitement a little too soon? Is it too much? I'll talk about that. And of course, looking ahead for your St. Louis Blues. So before we get into today's episode, I just want to let you know to follow me on Twitter at Locked On Blues or my own Twitter account, which is Haley T. Simon, where I post things all St. Louis Blues. Also, this is my 100th episode. So it's such a great time to be able to talk about another Blues victory, a 5-0 victory on episode 100. So I'm excited about that. First things first, let's talk about this game. The St. Louis Blues shut out the Tampa Bay Lightning. And just to let you know that Jordan Binnington was in net and Benner was able to stop all 30 of Tampa's shots. So good job, Benner. All right. So what exactly was this game? Let's get into it. Colton Paraka was able to get the Blues a 1-0 lead in the first period. It was the only goal of the first period, and it was assisted by Robert Thomas and Pavel Buchnevich. So it was a 1-0 Blues lead. In the second period, Jordan Kyrou was able to get his third goal of the season, assisted by Torrey Krug and Justin Folk, giving the Blues a 2-0 lead. About 19 seconds, after Kyrou's goal, Jacob Vanra was able to get the Blues' third goal of the game, assisted again by Torrey Krug and then Kevin Hayes. In the third period, Kasperi Kapanen was able to get an empty netter, assisted by Bush. And then in about 3 minutes later, with only about 20 seconds remaining, Jordan Kyrou was able to get the fifth goal of the game and his fourth of the season, assisted by Schenner. So overall, a 5-0 victory for your St. Louis Blues. And this is such a good game for the Blues. They played some of their best hockey. And the fact that Benner was able to stop all 30 shots is impressive, considering the fact that some of these shots on net were really difficult to save. I'm going to just let you know this. I went into the game thinking that it was going to be a fight. I thought Tampa was going to win. So, no, I did not feel overly confident. Being said, I am extremely happy that the Blues won. After the game, this was Benner's actually 13th career shutout. And this was his first of the season. Joel Hofer was able to get his first of the season some weeks ago. But first for Jordan Binnington. And he said, it's a team that you're proud to be a part of. It's a month or two of working hard and buying in. It's nice to see some results come our way. We're just staying patient and playing together and trusting the system, and we're getting rewarded. That is absolutely amazing for the St. Louis Blues. And I love overall what Benner had to say, because it is one of those things where the Blues, as you know, they struggled. They struggled quite a bit in the beginning of this. I mean, it's still the beginning of the season, but they truly did struggle within the first couple weeks. It wasn't looking so promising. So the fact that things are kind of coming together and they've won 5 out of their last 6. And I think the biggest thing is the defense has been stepping up. I do say this all the time. My biggest concern when it comes to our St. Louis Blues is the defense. And I'm always worried. I'm like, okay, are they going to step up? Or are they going to just play safe? Like, I don't know what to expect from them. But lately, they've been playing some more offense, which is a good thing, especially Torrey Krug. He's making his presence more known. And that's the kind of defender that he is. So I'm happy that he's finally playing the way that I think every single Blues fan expected him to play. Yeah, no, I mean, Benner said it best. The first, month was difficult. It wasn't an easy month for the Blues, but what I care about now is results. And that's what's going to happen. Okay. It's one of those things where at the end of the day, the Blues can only do so much, right? You can only expect them to play as good as they can be. They don't have the best team. They do need a lot of help when it comes to their power play. Um, it, you know, they have things that they need to work on. But last night they were so dominant when it came to how they were playing on the ice. And I think that's what the main thing that I took away from the game was, is that the Blues were able to really play with some domination. And that's the best way to describe it. But overall, they're playing as a team. And I think that is another thing that, it makes you feel good. And I'm just happy with how this team is responding. So, yep, Benner is now 4-1-0 this season, and I am happy about that. It's just, things are looking a lot better for the St. Louis Blues. So, can't complain. Cannot complain. It's insane because this team, if you think about it, um, they've been really driving, I think, all of us a little bit insane. But last night, I also want to mention this too, is that the Blues take good advantage of the empty netters. And that's something that they should be proud of. I think it's one of those things, even with the Avalanche, it's where, at the end of the day, you're not trying to make another team feel better by not scoring. In the Blues, they need to be that more aggressive team. So I'm happy that they've been taking advantage. There's a lot of things, I think, when it comes to the St. Louis Blues that they're doing a lot better. I think that they're just playing overall more aggressive. Now, do I think that something was said to them? I don't know exactly why they all of a sudden had this switch, I guess you can say. But I mean, defeating the Tampa Bay Lightning, defeating any team 5-0 does say that you have a pretty good hockey team. And the Blues are now 8-5-1. 8-5-1. They have 17 points. They're behind the Jets with 18 and the Avalanche with 18, and then the Stars with 23. So the Blues, they're kind of inching their way up there, okay? I just want to let you know, too, that the Coyotes do have 16 points, so they're actually very close behind the Blues. And the Wild, who are behind the Yotes, they have 12, with the Blackhawks having 10 and the Preds having 10. So right now, the Blues need to keep winning, keep on getting those points, okay? Because they very well could be in second place soon if they continue to win and the other teams don't win. Yeah, am I kind of counting on the other teams not winning? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think being a Blues fan, you just really want your team to thrive. And that's what I'm hoping out of the St. Louis Blues. So my biggest takeaway from the game was the Blues is 2 goals, 19 seconds apart. I think that Torrey Krug did a really good job setting up both of his teammates. And for that reason, I have to say, despite Krug not scoring any goals in the game, he is my player of the well, okay, it's Benner, but then if I had to choose a guy that was not a goalie, it would be Torrey Krug because I think that he has stepped up tremendously. He's made some really good plays and he set up some really nice goals. So congratulations, Torrey Krug, because for once, I'm joking. I'm but I am proud of you, okay? So that was a great Blues victory, and I could not be prouder of my team. I'm going to talk about something regarding that, though. Am I a little too excited? I don't know. We're going to talk about that, but I do want to let you know. A new NHL season brings all sorts of possibilities. Robert Thomas could score 50 goals. The Blues could hoist the Stanley Cup. And you could win big by playing daily fantasy hockey on Sleeper, the official daily fantasy app of the Locked On NHL Network. Sleeper is our number one choice for daily fantasy sports, and especially daily fantasy hockey, because with Sleeper, you can win 100 times your cash in daily fantasy hockey contests. Okay, this is where players like Jordan Binghamton, Joel Hofer, and Net can really step up for you. guys like Torrey Krug with some assists. There are so many possibilities that you can do a sleeper, and all you have to do is pick whether the guys, as I said, like a Robert Thomas, a Jordan Binghamton, a Joel Hofer, Torrey Krug, Shenny. There are so many possibilities. We'll record more or less than their sleeper projections for things like goals, assists, saves, plus, minus, and more in a given game. To win a $100 bet on sleeper, all you need to correctly do is predict the outcome of 8 player stats. You heard me, Blues fans. You can win 100 times your money playing daily fantasy hockey with Sleeper. So start paying attention and nail your picks so we can get you to start winning. Use promo code LOCKEDONNHL and you'll get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. That's code LOCKEDONNHL. See Sleeper's terms of use for details and locational availability. Okay. Am I too excited? Yeah. Am I going to apologize for being too excited? No. I am excited, and I don't care what anybody says. My team is finally playing some good hockey. And I know what you're thinking. Hale, come on, it was just the Lightning. It was just the Avalanche. Okay, but it's not just the fact that it's the Lightning or it's the Avalanche. Do you see the way the Blues are playing? How can that not excite you? This team is playing the way that a winning team is playing. Let's be honest, the St. Louis Blues, they had a lot of struggles within the first couple weeks. Heck, even a couple weeks ago. But the way that they're playing now, it's like they're finally clicking and connecting. And how could you not enjoy this? As a hockey fan, it's a long season ahead. I am sure, I am positive, I am certain that the St. Louis Blues are going to annoy me yet again. I am sure that the St. Louis Blues are going to have me frustrated, having me give up on them as a whole. I won't, but I'm sure they will. It's one of those things where you need to enjoy the good. Okay? And right now, I'm enjoying the good. I'm enjoying this so much. I'm enjoying seeing my team absolutely thrive on the ice. I can't even put into words how excited it's been, how exciting I have been. Oh my gosh, if I can speak. Seeing them score as many points as they are. They are a team that goes off of momentum. I've noticed that about the Blues. They are not a team that will play consistent. They really are a team that goes based off of the momentum. And once you get a couple of goals in, it's like a whole different team wakes up. I think that for the Blues, it is very important for them to get the first goal of the game. I think that's been another pattern I've noticed. But at the end of the day, they're beating good hockey teams. Anytime you beat another hockey team, despite how they are, it's still a win. It's still the 2 points. And I keep coughing. But the point I'm trying to make here is the St. Louis Blues are seriously having such a good season. Oh my gosh. If you told me that the Blues would be 8-5-1, I wouldn't believe you. I did not expect them to play this well. Sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I think it's like allergies. I feel like I cough quite a bit this time of year. I don't know why. Please don't mind it. Maybe I'm just getting too excited and my voice is giving out. That could be another possibility. But no, overall, this team has been exciting me. But I think it's important as a fan base that we embrace how we feel with our excitement because it could always be worse. And it really could be. And I think we know that. But right now, I'm enjoying some good hockey. I'm enjoying some good action on the ice. And most importantly, I'm enjoying the winning aspect of this all. How can you not enjoy winning? How can you not enjoy saying, oh, yeah, my team just shut out the Lightning? How can you not enjoy saying, oh, yeah, my team beat the Avalanche 8-2? How could you enjoy that? How could you not enjoy saying, okay, 2 of the players on my team, they both got hat tricks in the same game? How could you not enjoy that? I think this has been one of the most enjoyable weeks of being a St. Louis Blues fan. And I think it's one of those things where we have to have realistic expectations. Okay, they're not going to win every game. This is very rare, to be honest, that the Blues are winning like this, but it could be the future. I don't know yet. But I think it's also one of those things where I'm just talking to you now and I'm getting excited because this is what we deserve as a fan base. We don't have a bad team. We have very good players. We have one of the best coaches in the National Hockey League within Craig Berube. So I'm not surprised that the Blues are winning. I'm more surprised that the Blues weren't winning. But I know why they weren't. I know that the defense, that's not a helpful factor. I know that you have players that haven't showed up really, but they're at least now showing up. What I'm trying to say is there was a lot of things that explained why the Blues weren't winning, but you also have to take into consideration that this is a hockey team that should be winning, that has the abilities to be a winning team. So it would be silly for us to think that they're going to be this awful team with no chance of winning. And I think that, looking at the players, you have a Robert Thomas, who is one of the best players on the Blues. You have Shen. You have Jordan Kyrou that, sometimes he doesn't show up. Sometimes he does bother me in a sense of, I feel like he makes some stupid play decisions. But lately, he's been playing good. So this is the Jordan that we love and know. And, I'm happy that Sonny's back on the team. There were so many great things about this Blues team. And Kevin Hayes, he's been making himself well known lately. But overall, this has stepped up, and I am super, super proud of them. And I'm excited, and I'm not going to hide my excitement because I think being excited is exactly how you should feel. And that's basically what being a fan is. It's having excitement. It's having negativity. It's everything that goes into being a fan. So yes, I am excited. We spend a lot of time together, you and I. We get fired up together on wins and losses, who scores and who sits. I'm thankful for that connection we have. And today, I want our chat to be a little more personal. I just learned that you can get a 1-year supply on ED medications. You realize what that means? Bring on the extended travel, bring on the next natural disaster or supply chain issue. You are covered, my friend. You don't have to worry about whether or not you can refill your generics for Cialis, Viagra. And this is possible because of our friends at Jace Medical. Go online right now at jacemedical.com to receive your 12-month supply on your daily medication. Remember to use promo code LOCKEDON at checkout for a discount as well. A verified customer had this to say about Jace. I'm thankful for this service. Supply chain issues caused me to cut my pills in half to have it. I ordered most of my daily meds with a year's supply. I also ordered antibiotic kits. I feel secure now. Prices are lower than local pharmacies. I highly recommend this for everyone. If you or someone you love would like to get some peace of mind by having a year's supply of any daily med, go to jacemedical.com to see if it's offered for you. Remember to use promo code LOCKEDON for $20 off your purchase. Okay. So, St. Louis, what's next? Well, I can tell you what's next. I can tell you who the Blues will be playing. I can tell you that I think it's going to be a win. And why do I say that? Well, it's going to be the San Jose Sharks tomorrow night. The one thing I will say is that the Sharks are significantly better in the power play than the Blues are. No surprise on that one. But I do think that the Blues will be able to win this game. The Sharks, yes, they made a little bit of a comeback. Well, not a comeback. They won 2 games. But, it's better than them not winning anything. I'm not saying this is going to be an easy walk in the park. I'm saying that the Blues are all of a sudden going to walk into the SAP Center and just kill it. No, I think that it's going to be a little bit of a back and forth. I really do. I think the Sharks have finally woken up just a little bit. They've been putting up a fight. But I still think that St. Louis will be able to take them. I think the more the Blues win, because they're going on their Western road trip with the Sharks, the Ducks, the Kings, I think that they're going to be able to really come out of this road trip with at least 4 points. I do. I would be surprised if they didn't. To tell you the truth, I think the Blues are a much better team than I expected them to be. And I think after last night's game and watching them, it's clicking. You can see it clicking on the ice. So looking ahead, I feel like the Blues' future is so much brighter than maybe I gave them credit for. Maybe that's on me. Maybe that's on me for being a little bit negative. Maybe that's on me for thinking, oh, they're just going to lose a bunch of games this season and they're not going to be a good team. Maybe that's on me. But maybe this team has finally figured it out. Maybe they're playing with chemistry. Maybe they are winning because they don't want to be this team that is a joke of the NHL. They still need to figure out their power play. I'm happy that they're third instead of 32nd. That's an improvement. But their power play is still something that does need a lot of work. And I also believe that if they figure out that power play, they, again, will continue to be a much better team. It's something that's not going to happen overnight. And there's reasons as to why their power play isn't good. Watching it and seeing how they are in their power play, I can say they play a little bit too safe where their defense falls back and it just seems like they're more in a penalty kill. But again, I'm not sure what changes they're making. I'm not sure what they're doing, but I can say that this is probably number one priority for the Blues right now is to focus on that power play, get it into shape, get into good shape, and be able to execute it on the ice, and you will see better results. If the Blues figure that out, there's no reason to count them out. This is a team, as I said, they're going to have some tough losses. They're not going to win it all. I can 100% guarantee you that. But what I can say about the St. Louis Blues is that this is a resilient team with one of the most resilient coaches in the National Hockey League. Craig Berube would not put this team in the wrong direction. He wouldn't. I trust Chief. I trust his judgment calls. And I think that's something that us fans, we know is that this is not a city that's going to give up on our team. We are a city that is going to continue to wear that blue note proudly. And right now, I'm wearing it as we're winning. I'm so proud of you, Blues. And I cannot wait to talk to you tomorrow to preview the Blues and the Sharks. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow. And like always, let's go Blues.